Today, we're going to be listening to the second half of the conversation that we studied last week. If you haven't watched last week's video, that's okay. You can still watch this video on its own. But of course, I still suggest that you watch last week's video because we still learnt quite a few things in that video too. Today's listening practice. There are 3 people in today's conversation. 2 of them were in last week's listening practice, if you remember them, the woman and one of the teenage guys. And today, a teenage girl joins the conversation. Like last week's listening practice, they speak very fast, which is typical of a conversation in any language. And I think the teenage guy speaks the fastest, and I also think he's the most difficult to understand. So don't worry if you can't understand much of what he says. He mumbles, he speaks very quickly, and he's just very hard to understand. I'm just going to talk like this so people can understand me. I'll play the conversation 4 times as per usual, twice at the normal speed and another 2 times at a slightly slower speed. And I'd like you to try and write down what you hear. And then afterwards, we can study some of the words and phrases that they say today. Okay, let's go.
You're hilarious. Is your car fit to drive?
Yes, you really think Dad would have bought it if it wasn't?
Look, we've got a legal adult with us.
Oh, yeah, big deal. Mr. 18 all of 1 week. You're hilarious. Is your car fit to drive?
Yes, you really think Dad would have bought it if it wasn't?
Look, we've got a legal adult with us.
Oh, yeah, big deal. Mr. 18 all of 1 week. You're hilarious. Is your car fit to drive?
Yes, you really think Dad would have bought it if it wasn't?
Look, we've got a legal adult with us.
Oh, yeah, big deal. Mr. 18 all of 1 week. You're hilarious. Is your car fit to drive?
Yes, you really think Dad would have bought it if it wasn't?
Look, we've got a legal adult with us.
Oh, yeah, big deal. Mr. 18 all of 1 week.
Ha ha ha, you're hilarious. Is your car fit to drive? Yes, you really think Dad would have bought it if it wasn't? Look, we got a legal adult with us. Oh yeah, big deal. Mr. 18, all of 1 week. Now let's talk about some of the things that they said today. The first thing that the woman said was, ha ha ha, you're hilarious.
You're hilarious.
Hilarious. This is an adjective and it just means really funny. And I use this word all the time because I actually find a lot of things hilarious. And I remember using this word in this vlog when we were playing chess at the hotel. It was quite a hilarious story. I still remember what happened. That was hilarious. If you haven't watched that and would like some more listening practice, then go check out that video. And I'm the one talking in that video. It's my vlog. So that listening practice might not be so difficult for you. So check that out if you're interested. So she says, ha ha ha, you're hilarious. Is your car fit to drive?
Is your car fit to drive?
Fit. This verb has a few different meanings, and you probably already know this word to mean the right size. This dress fits me perfectly. But here it means to be suitable or to be okay. Is your car fit to drive? Is it okay to drive your car?
Is your car fit to drive?
She just wants to make sure that this guy's car is okay, that it's not going to break down, stop working in the middle of the road while he's driving. You might be wondering if your friend is fit to drive. He might have had a bit too much to drink, or maybe he's sick, so he might not be fit to drive. And here she's asking if his car is fit to drive. And the guy replies with, yes, you really think Dad would have bought it if it wasn't?
Yes, you really think Dad would have bought it if it wasn't?
I know he speaks very fast here, so let's listen to him at the slightly slower speed and hopefully you can understand him a little bit better.
Yes, you really think Dad would have bought it if it wasn't?
He actually doesn't say anything difficult, he just talks very fast. When I said his sentence, you probably understood me. But in real life, some people will talk like him and some people will talk like me. And I'd like to help you understand people like him. So like I said, he doesn't say anything difficult, so we don't need to study this sentence. It's a rhetorical question, which we've heard in previous videos, and a rhetorical question is a question that doesn't need an answer. Do you think my dad would have bought this car if it wasn't okay to drive it? You really think Dad would have bought it if it wasn't?
Yes, you really think Dad would have bought it if it wasn't?
Let's listen to him a few more times just to let you get used to him speaking really fast. I'll play it twice at the slower speed and then twice again at the normal speed.
Yes, you really think Dad would have bought it if it wasn't? Yes, you really think Dad would have bought it if it wasn't? Yes, you really think Dad would have bought it if it wasn't? Yes, you really think Dad would have bought it if it wasn't?
Crazy fast, I tell you. Then the teenage girl says, look, we got a legal adult with us.
Look, we've got a legal adult with us.
We got. This is a very casual way of saying we've got, or we have got, or we have.
Look, we've got a legal adult with us.
And what do they have? A legal adult or adult. And a legal adult is a person that, based on the rules in the country or based on the law in the country, is seen as an adult. And usually this is somewhere between the ages of 18 and 21, depending on the country. And in Australia, it's 18 years of age. But then the woman says, oh yeah, big deal, Mr. 18 all of 1 week.
Oh, yeah, big deal. Mr. 18 all of 1 week.
Firstly, big deal. This is informal and it has 2 different meanings. And the 2 meanings are completely different. One meaning is the opposite of the other. It's just crazy, I know, I understand. I used one meaning in this video. Let's listen to that. It's a really big deal. Imagine in that video, I used this phrase to mean that something is very important. But here, she's using the other meaning. And what's the other meaning? When you think that what the other person said isn't very important or special, you can also say big deal. Oh, you ran a marathon. Big deal. I run a marathon every week. Can you run a marathon every week? Is that even physically possible? I would never say this. A marathon is pretty damn hard. It's 42 kilometers. That's not easy. And the last thing that she said was Mr. 18 all of 1 week.
Mr. 18 all of 1 week.
All of something. This is an idiom and it means only. And you use this to emphasize just how large or small something is, usually to show that you're surprised or disappointed in some way. It took me all of 2 seconds to decide to buy that dress. Usually it takes me days to decide, but today I knew straight away that I wanted that dress. It took me all of 2 seconds to decide. It took me all of 5 minutes to get from one end of town to the other, thanks to the new subway line that they've just built. Before they opened the subway, it would take over an hour, but now it only takes all of 5 minutes. We learned quite a few different words and phrases today. Let's listen to the conversation, or this half of the conversation, one more time and see how much more you can understand this time around.
Ha ha ha, you're hilarious. Is your car fit to drive?
Yes, you really think Dad would have bought it if it wasn't?
Look, we've got a legal adult with us.
Oh, yeah, big deal. Mr. 18 all of 1 week.
Please give me a thumbs up if you found this video useful. It helps to let me know that you like this type of content, that you like these listening practice videos, so then I can make more of them for you. Thank you for watching today's video. Keep practicing, stay safe out there, and I shall see you next time. Bye. You know, the renos upstairs are still going. How is that possible? It feels like it's been going for months. This is just a more casual way of saying we've got, or we. How are the renos still continuing? Seriously. It just feels like it's never ending.